What's up with it, everybody? It's your boy Antonio, bringing to you the new face of fitness, and that is Team Results. All right, so this is going to be part three of getting into contest shape. Okay, now if you haven't seen part one or part two, go check that out, because what I'm doing is I'm doing this step by step, and I'm keeping it simple as possible, so it doesn't get too confusing with everybody. So so here we go. Let's jump right into it. So this is going to be part three of getting into contest shape. Stay tuned. All right, so this is part three. So what I want to basically talk about, as I mentioned in part two at the ending, was I'm gonna get a little bit more in this video, a little bit more about nutrition. This is gonna be about nutrition for part three. In my last video, I had stated that you know, you need to make sure you start meal prepping and start eating clean. Yes, that is the case, and that's still a fact. So I'm hoping everybody doing that. However, there's more to the game than just meal prepping, okay? You need to know how much protein, how much carbs, how much fats, how much of all that stuff. You need to start measuring your meals, okay? If you do not have a food scale, you can pick them up at any kind of, I think GNC has it if you have it in your area. Or some kind of like kitchen and supply store, but it's a food scale. So if you do not have that, you need to go and invest in one, purchase one, and get it, because not only when you start to meal prep, you're going to start weighing in your foods. You're going to weigh your meats. You're going to start to weigh your veggies. You're going to start to pretty much weigh everything, your rice, all that stuff. Okay, it's critical. So with that being said, like I say, get yourself a food scale, purchase one, and start measuring your foods. For example, you may see something, you know, your coach or you know, your nutritionist or whatever may tell you, you know, you have to have 4 ounces of chicken breast, 4 ounces of a fish, of salmon, or you know, or 2 cups of brown rice. Whatever the case may be, you need to start measuring this stuff. So yes, meal prepping, and also purchase yourself a food scale and start measuring your meats, your foods, your veggies, all of that sort. Because like I said, whoever your coach is, whoever, these are the people who's going to start telling you what you need to do as far as measuring of how much. Because I think one of our downfalls, you know, just in America in general, we eat too much. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean by a lot of going back. I mean, we put too much on our plate at once. We need to make sure we stay in portion size. And that's where, I mean, if you have a good nutritionist or a good coach, this is what they should be, you know, telling you guys, of basically, you know, when you measure out in portions. Nothing that, oh, this looks good, so I'm gonna add a couple more slices on. No, it's all about portions, okay, and portions, okay. So keep that in mind. All right, so let's backtrack. Okay, after you pick your show, you're gonna, you know, after you do that, like I said in the first video, you want to, you know, make sure you far out enough. So if you got a diet, if you have to, you know, like myself, I'm growing into the show, whatever the case may be, you have enough time to get up there. Number two, part two, I talked about meal prepping. Okay, all that, you know, just winging it. I'm gonna go out of here, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna go here to eat this, and that stops. You need to start meal prepping. In this video, part three, we're talking about weighing your foods. Okay, everything that you consume, it needs to be weighed out. And like I said before, if you have a good coach or nutritionist, they should tell you your numbers that you need to hit. Okay, So keep that in mind, okay? Part 4, I'm going to talk about still a little bit more about nutrition, because let's face it, people, that's the bread and butter of your results. Like I said before, like I tell any of my clients, it's going to be, you know, I'm the type of trainer that's 70-30. 70% is your meals, 30% is the gym, and that's how it's supposed to be. If you get somebody that's the opposite, in my opinion, they don't know what they're talking about. That's my opinion. Because like I said before, it's what you put in your body is how you're gonna look. Period. That's what it is. You use the gym to stimulate your muscles, to force them to grow muscle. But you break down the muscle tissue. But what you put in your body is actually making it grow. Okay? A little quick tip. So I'm hoping everybody enjoying their day. This is part 3 of getting into contest shape, and I catch you at part 4. Have a good day.